Next chart, talking about the Fed, looks at disagreements on where to take the interest rates next. And, what is the neutral rate? That's kind of been President Trump's argument to Powell on lowering interest rates, is that the neutral rate is lower than where the Fed's holding them. And anyways, the disagreements are showing.
Yeah, and if you look at this, you can basically see that those disagreements have gone up a lot since the move higher in interest rates of 2022, right? So as soon as inflation became higher and stickier than what the prior 10, 15, 20 years had, allowed for, then naturally there's more uncertainty amongst policymakers in terms of what you could do with that. And more recently, it seems that they've just decided to cut them anyway.
Yeah, cut them anyways, which they got some good news on the delayed, I guess, core inflation data that came out this week. It's a little stale, a few months old, but it was lower than anticipated.
Now, cut them
And
anyway.
also, yeah, cut them when in doubt, cut them anyway. And well, they're saying the labor market's weakening, which again, the unemployment rate has come up. But I also remind myself that none of the policymakers on the Fed board right now were policymakers the last time we had inflation where it is. So they're just studying it like we are. They never actually affected policy or decisions at that time.
I think this might be important, and this is something that we talk about a lot internally, is, for many years it was sort of monetary policy that was driving the ship. But now you're seeing much more of what they call fiscal dominance, meaning that markets and the economy are much more focused on, is the government putting money into the economy? And that's actually perhaps more important than what the cost of capital is.